Hey, it's Aran here. In this video, I want to tell you about ChatGPT, a software that I use, and you probably have heard of it in the past already. Now, even if you're using it, I'm just going to share with you some things that I do with ChatGPT that might be helpful in terms of how I make use of it in my business. So typically with AI, obviously there are so many use cases, and it is going to be impossible for me to cover all the different things in this video. And not only that, I really don't think I'm the world's greatest expert. I'm so far from being an expert on this particular topic of AI and ChatGPT, but I figured that some of my use cases are really practical and it might be really helpful for me to share with you on how to use it. So I'm going to give you a really simple example of something that I do. So in some cases, when you are doing some sort of a research on something and you want to figure out your content strategy, what you need to do is you need to open up Chrome Incognito window, go to Google. In there, you want to type in the phrase of whatever your niche is. Let's say you are going to type in six-pack, okay? Something to do with getting a six-pack. Now below it, there's going to be always the recommended suggestion questions from Google on questions that people can ask. Now with that, you can actually take a screenshot of a lot of those pictures or a lot of those questions in a screenshot fashion. When you do that, you obviously want to put it into some sort of a spreadsheet, so you have a content strategy and you can record videos of alignment with that, things along these lines. But if you were to copy and paste that one by one, it's going to take a little bit of time and it's just time consuming. What you can actually do is you can actually go to ChatGPT, take a screenshot of all those Google questions, put it in ChatGPT and say, please create a Excel spreadsheet out of this or a table for me with the first column with the questions and give it to me in a spreadsheet that I can copy and paste into my Google Sheets. And it will do it in 2 seconds, basically. So you'll save a lot of time doing something along these lines. Another use case is, let's say you want to use content that you have created and you want to repurpose that. So let's say you have a YouTube video, and that's something that I do. And what I have is I have a YouTube video, I get the transcript from YouTube. When I get the transcript, I then copy and paste it into ChatGPT and I say, could you convert this into a blog post? And what it does is instead of just searching the web for content about this topic that I want to write about, I actually tell ChatGPT, only use this particular video transcript to convert it into a blog post. And that's a really good use case for me because I like to repurpose my content. And you could do other things. You could take the transcript of the video and also say, convert it into a reel for me, a script for a reel. So when you are using the transcript for a script for a reel, then it saves you time having to figure out what to say in the reel. Now, all of these use cases are really good because you're really not using, and this is my preference, I don't want to use necessarily ChatGPT's massive library of knowledge to scour the web. I wanted to learn my content and I then use my content to be repurposed in different ways and save me time. Now, when I do that, I sometimes have come across a scenario where it doesn't quite do it the way I want it. And it gets a little bit frustrating because I'm like, it doesn't quite sound like me. So I've discovered a different way to do this, which instead of using the standard ChatGPT, I create what's called a Custom GPT. And this is something you have to be on the paid plan of ChatGPT. And what I do is I create a Custom GPT for specific use cases, which means I then create a Custom GPT to write blog posts for me for software tools specifically. So for example, you are right now watching a video where I'm teaching you what I know about ChatGPT and Custom GPTs and all that. Now, I have in my YouTube channel an entire playlist somewhere around here with a lot of other video reviews that I've done on different software tools. Now, I wanted to repurpose those videos and turn it into blog posts in my affiliate startup community. Now, here's the thing. Every blog is going to be very similar. What is the software? Who is it for? What is the pricing? What do I use it for? What are the different use cases to give examples? What is the affiliate program like, or is there an affiliate program? How to sign up for the affiliate program? A summary. This is the basic framework of this particular type of a blog post for software reviews that I wanted to have anyway. Because what I would do is I would take the video, and what I said in the video was basically a brain dump of all the information that I know about the software, and I'm just going to convert it into this framework of a blog post. So instead, what I did is I trained a custom GPT that does specifically software blog reviews based on my framework. And I fed it a couple of examples of blog posts that I've personally written, so it understands how I write, how I communicate, and things like that. And I make it very clear. Don't go scouring the web for information. Use my transcript. So now, once I've done that, I can then turn over all the video reviews that I have, because I've got 50 plus video reviews on different softwares, and I can create a process for my virtual assistant to basically download the transcript, put it inside my custom GPT, copy and paste the text that it comes up from there, and then set it up for me in System.io and share it with me. Once that's done, of course, before I actually upload it and use it, I'm going to then check it out and make sure that it really does sound like me and it uses my content, not someone else's content. So that's an example of an entire process using AI and ChatGPT, or in this case, custom GPTs, that I've done to be able to make my life a lot easier. If you go to affiliatestartupcommunity.com, you will see I have a big blog over there on all the software tools that I use, because these are software tools that are going to be helpful to new affiliates. It's things that I would sell as an affiliate. And also, if somebody else wants to be an affiliate of those, I explain how to be an affiliate. So this is a good example of how I use ChatGPT/custom GPTs. I have other ways to use custom GPTs as well that I have been wanting to test. For example, I know that at some point I may want to do Reels and have a bit of a process for that. But for right now, I'm primarily using the blog custom GPT that I've done, where I basically repurpose transcripts over to blog posts. That's the main one that I currently use. Another thing I will mention is there is a lot of custom GPTs out there that are actually already created by other people and shared publicly. So you can go to the Custom GPTs library or marketplace, and you can actually search. Let's say you want to repurpose your YouTube video into podcast summary with keywords and all that stuff. What you want to do is you can actually search for a podcast custom GPT and then use that to test to see how it performs and does it do the job properly. You could do the same thing with YouTube SEO. If you want to have all the SEO done for you with hashtags, description, things along these lines, you can actually tell a custom GPT, or you can find a custom GPT, YouTube SEO or something like that, and copy and paste the transcript and then have all the information repurposed and used to be able to create an SEO optimized video. So that's about it. That's what I want to share with you about ChatGPT. Again, I'm not super expert in that, but I am starting to use it in ways that are meaningful to me without using it to create content. I don't want to create content. I want to repurpose content. That's, I think, a very important distinction. I tell people I don't use AI for my content. It's true. I don't use it to create new content. I do use it to repurpose existing content, and I think it's a great use case. So that's about it. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next video.